like that wires in the background. I need to cover up those wires. Alright, so let's see here. I'm gonna do this 1v1 video to put out some PSA. Let me pull this up real quick. Oh, did you see that? Did you see the gorilla mines that she sent you? Or she put in the groupie?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so the 1v1 tournament. Alright, so the 1v1 tournament, the way we're going to do it is how we're going to contact each other. That's kind of a big thing I wanted to do a video about. Just so there's nobody saying, oh, nobody ever told me, I didn't know. Look, I'm setting up this 1v1 tournament, guys, for y'all. You guys either want to do it or you don't want to do it. It's up to y'all. It's y'all's choice. But I mean, I'm gonna. This is gonna be my money, my time. Obviously, I want to grow this to something bigger. I think for the last like couple of years, it was like $100, $200, $300, $400, $500. I want to do a $500 cash prize pull on tournaments this year. So let's just talk about the 1v1 tournament though specifically. We'll get into the other tournaments as the months go by. But Black Ops 6 1v1 tournament. The way you guys are going to contact each other is through GroupMe. I know in the past it was like PlayStation message, but not everybody has a PlayStation now with crossplay. More and more players have Xbox and PC, so we're going to do GroupMe. We already have a GroupMe for the clan, so a big majority of the people are already in GroupMe. So there you go. Like, let's just keep it GroupMe. If you don't have a GroupMe, if I don't have your GroupMe, you need to send me your GroupMe. You can send me your GroupMe through text, through Activision messaging, or through PlayStation message. But I need your GroupMe to be messaged and notified of your opponents and to keep track of like deadlines. So that's important. I need your GroupMe. And if I don't have your GroupMe, or if you don't have GroupMe, it's going to be much more difficult to set up your 1v1s and to participate and get the participation points. Obviously, you're going to message your opponent so you guys can 1v1 and by a deadline so we can keep the tournament smoothly just moving along and advancing. You're probably wondering what the hell is a point system. The participation point system is put into place to make sure that if me and Creek 10 are supposed to 1v1 and we have a 2-week deadline to 1v1 so we can keep the tournament moving along, and if he's getting on and he's messaging me, hey, I don't work on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays, when can you get on? And he's getting on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and I've yet to still message him back. And then 2 weeks go by, and we finally get on, and it's been, or I finally get on, and the deadline hits, and he's not on, and it's like, what happens? It's just a shitty situation of like, okay, he was available, I wasn't, and then now I'm available and he's not, but he reached out to me, I never reached out back to him. Like, so there's a participation point system set up to, what's the word? Incentivize people that actually are make themselves available, and people that actually like communicate, hey, I'm available to 1v1 you tomorrow. Hey, I'm available to 1v1 you right now. To keep things fair, there's a point system, okay? If Creek 10 messages me, hey, we're opponents in the 1v1. We have 2 weeks to do this. Let me know when you're available. I'm available Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. What about you? Question mark. He gets 4 points. I'm sorry, no, he gets 3 points. Sorry, I have it written down here. He gets 3 points for messaging me that. 3 points, 3. For messaging me that, for letting me know his availability and his, for getting on to do some for scheduling, availability, right? Now, let's say he's like, I'm available Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? Let's say Friday, Saturday, Sunday come on, right? And Friday hits, I message back, hey, Fridays, Saturday, and Sunday works for me, right? I get a point for messaging back. 1 point, okay? Let's say Saturday comes along, right? And I get on. And he's a no-show. And I message him, hey, bro, I'm on right now. Let's do this. I get 4 points, okay? Let's say he messages me on Saturday. The day he said I'm available, he messages me. He gets 4 points. Why? Because he said he said I'm available on these days. He got on that scheduled day, and I'm a no-show. I mean, what if in his life he works 6 days a week, and he says I'm available next Sunday, and he gets on that one day off he has? He should get a lot of points for that. 4 days or 4 points, right? So that's how that goes. 3 points for messaging, reaching out, letting know availability. 1 point for replying, right? 4 points for showing up on the time that was scheduled. But here's another way you can get points, okay? Let's say he's like, I'm only available on Saturdays. And let's say his opponent, dude, I work every Saturday, bro. Can we try to get on like any other day? So when this weird situation happens, he does get 3 points for messaging. Hey, I'm only available Saturday, right? He reached out. The other opponent, messaged back, 1 point, right? Let's say he gets on. Let's say he doesn't get on the Saturday. He doesn't even get on at all. Okay, but he said I'm only off Saturdays. I'll try to get on, right? The his opponent, I get 1 point if I'm getting on consistently every day. If I'm getting on each day, I get a point. Now I have to be with. I use myself as a bad example. Let's say there's another clan member, but so for everyone else in this example, it's got to be me. Okay, I want it to be me because I'm someone who's like I can stay on this shit. I can stay on this and be like, all right, you played with me. So let's say Creek 10 1v1's Turbo. Okay. And Creek 10's a no-show. Turbo's getting on and he's joining me. He's like, "Hey, bro, I'm on. Have you seen Creek 10? I'm ready to 1v1." I'm like, "No, I haven't seen him and heard from him. But hey, bro, you're on with me. We're playing. You get 1 point for being on today." Okay, so it wasn't on the scheduled times, but if you're getting on often, if you're trying to make yourself available, if you're like asking like, "Hey, where's he at?" I messaged him earlier, like I messaged him back, and Saturday didn't work for me, but today's Saturday, I'm on right now. Is he able to do this right now? Like you get a point because you're trying to make yourself available. So that's 1 point. So I've done this point system, the 3, the 4, and then the 1. Each time you get on, I've done this point system, and it's actually been it's worked pretty fair. I've had maybe like a few, like 3 disputes, but that's in 3 years. So like, if anyone has any problems with the point system, or if anyone has any like suggestion on how to do the point system better, the participation point system better, let me know. But all in all, look, the goal is to avoid the point system. The goal is to 1v1. If I have a 1v1 set, I want to 1v1 my opponent. If he shits on me, dude, hey dude, he shits on me. Hey, I hope he wins. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the way it is. I know people avoid their opponents, but this is why the system's in place so that people aren't avoiding their opponents, and trying to get a free dub or whatever. Okay? So that's the 1v1 how to contact, how to message, how to communicate, and then the participation point system. Okay. Another thing I wanted to talk about is we did votes, we did polls on our group meet on what map should we play, what weapons should we ban, how should we do these 1v1s, right? So I wanted to go over that stuff because a lot of people have a lot of questions. People that are not in the group me, people that are in the group me and just want to do like a recap video of like everything. So people that are not in the group me, this is going to be extremely important for you to pay attention to at this point. Okay, so one of the biggest questions, first off, let me kick it off with one of the first things that people voted for was which tournament to play first. That's why we're doing the 1v1 right now. The next tournament people voted for was the 2v2. So that's how we're here at the 1v1 so early. Another thing that we voted for was Kike, do you think it's okay if I talk about the order of the polls, like the weapons, the perks, and all that, or do you think I should just start off with the maps?
You did do the maps.
So, we did a vote on the poll. Man, my phone. Okay, my background's way too bright. I need to lower that. I need to lower down that background light. We did a poll on the maps. What maps would you like to see in the 1v1 tournament? And a breakdown of You can have multiple answers, and it was Nuketown, Babylon, Stakeout, Warhead, and Heirloom. Okay, I mean there are other maps that people could vote for. All in all, these maps got a lot of votes. So you know, classic 1v1 maps are always going to be Rust and Dome. Hell, my first 1v1 ever was in Dome. So like, um, we wanted to make sure we don't know this is going to be perfect, guys. We don't know how these maps are going to play 1v1. So a lot of this is going to be trial and error, but the thing that won the most votes was Nuketown and Babylon. Warhead got 4 votes, but there were 9 people that voted, so that's less than half. So if I can pick two, which I want to pick two, and I'm going to get to why, it's going to be Nuketown and Babylon. That's the maps we're going to 1v1 on, okay? The reason why, and I got a lot of votes, both of those maps. In fact, surprisingly, guys, if you can, in case you're curious and you're not in the group me, Babylon got more votes than Nuketown, which is blows my mind away. I would have thought Nuketown would be the obvious answer. So Nuketown and Babylon are the 1v1 maps that we're gonna play on. So how is this gonna work? So one of the biggest debatable things people always ask is, in the past we always played like first to 20 wins on one map, but there's been a couple of years. There's been about 3-4 years that we've played where it's multiple maps. So 2 maps, 3 maps. Hell, I think we've even done a 1v1. We had 4 maps. So this year it's going to be 2, Nuketown and Babylon. Now, the reason why we have 2 maps is because we're going to do, we're going to do, we did a poll, we did a vote. Let me start off with that, right? Let me just start off with that. Should we do radar always on, like the pros do? Because I don't know if y'all know this, the pros, when they 1v1, they play with the red dot on, the radar always on, sweeping. And they play for thousands of dollars like that. So do we play like that, or do we play like how we've traditionally played with no radar on? So we did a vote, and it was split. It was split down the middle. Radar with no the radar or no radar. So we got 2 maps for the 1v1 that won, right? They got the most votes. Babylon, Nuketown. So then we're gonna do 2 maps you play in your 1v1. One with radar always on, and one with radar off. Now, which ones we do which, I mean, we can debate it, we can pick it, we can talk it over during a 1v1, or, I mean, we can talk about it right now. Kike, what do you think? I would think that radar on in Nuketown plays better than radar off in Nuketown, and radar off in Nuketown, I'm sorry, radar off in Babylon plays better than radar on. What do you think about that?
I think both maps are good,
Either way?
vice versa. Like either way. What I think is like whoever initiates like the 1v1, like whoever tries
Get,
to,
yeah, I like
schedule it
that.
more,
Gets first pick.
should have the has the pick of the map and UAV.
I love it. I love it. Let's do that. That sounds badass. If anybody doesn't like that, or if anybody, just off the first thought, I love that idea. I want to do that. If anybody feels like that's a terrible idea, or if anybody has a better idea, let us know, and then we'll hold on. I'm trying. Here, I'm gonna pull up the chat because I'm getting some comments right now, but I can't see them. I can't see the comments because I have the polls open. Pull up the chat because I'm getting some comments right now. Oh God, just listen to this. Ban the KSV. So I don't know why you'd ban the KSV. I'm not sure what the KSV, what's so powerful about it, but there's too much space for Babylon to play without radar. There's too much space for Babylon to play without radar. Yeah, I mean, that's funny you say that. There is too much space on Babylon. However, it's a lot of open space. Would you agree? There's a lot of obstacles and places to hide in Nuketown, despite it being less space. You understand? I just want you to think about that. But hey, if you feel like there's too much space in Babylon to play without radar, then there you go. That's an incentive for you to message first to your opponent. Banning the KSV, we're gonna get over. We're gonna go over bans and we're gonna go over it shortly. But that was one of the comments in the YouTube section right now, guys. Ban the KSV, and there's too much space in Babylon to play without radar. So we'll go over bans in a little bit. Let me first get to the so two maps, one without radar, one with radar. We're gonna split them, and it's gonna be what? Uh, I'm gonna 1v1 first, guys. I'm gonna trial and error how many kills. So I mean, Kike, what do you think? First to 10 on each map, first to 15 on each map. What seems like a good idea? What was that?
I don't know. I mean, we
Right?
could always test it out and then do
So
it.
so uh,
Decide then.
so we'll test that out, guys. Obviously, we'll add the two maps, and whoever has the most kills, they win. Okay. So that's how we're gonna do that. Here, I'm gonna see. You have the stream up. Let me know. Let me know if anybody messages anything in the stream so I can address it. So we went over how to message. We had participation points, the maps. We went over that. Let's see here.
Weapons.
Oh, weapons. Yes, bans. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay. We went ahead and had a poll, guys. We had a poll to settle this, and I might not agree with the poll results, but that's okay. I mean that it's the poll, like the majority wins. So the poll was what weapons should be banned in the 1v1 tournament. Should we ban specific ARs and SMGs that are overperforming? Should we ban the classes that we usually ban over the years? Or should we ban, the like he just said, KSV, Model L, Krieg, Asval, like everyone's gonna pull up a weapon that like, oh no, that's fucking too OP. Like, so we just had a poll. Let's just throw it out there. Let's just settle this once and for all. What do you guys want to do? You guys vote. The vote was to not ban any weapons, to play out of the box, and the usual. I'm sorry, the usual classes that we. I'm sorry, not out of the box, not out of the box. To the usual classes that we banned, which are LMGs, marksmans, snipers, shotguns. Um, those are the classes we're banning. So it's ARs and SMGs only. Specific weapons didn't win any majority votes. Um, there were 6 people that actually voted, and only one person wanted to ban one gun. So it's just not enough to really support a ban. One person or one weapon, and the majority of the people, it says 4, voted for the usual classes. So that's what we're doing, guys. Any AR, any what do you call it? Any fully automatic AR and fully automatic SMG. That's what we're doing. Like every year. Every year it's been like that. Every year. Gunfighter. This is such a debatable topic. This is so debatable because even in the professional scene, gunfighter is allowed, right, Kike? I want to say the pros use gunfighter.
Yeah.
So I understand gunfighter might be the competitive choice of wildcard. I understand that, and I understand we want to play a tournament, and we want to play competitively as the professionals, as the competitive scene plays, right? However, we put this up to a vote. We had to put this up to a vote, and the majority agree. And how I feel about it, the majority said gunfighters should be banned. I agree with this. Look, if you're a Call of Duty player as old as I am, I've been playing Call of Duty since fucking Call of Duty 1. Okay? The Call of Duties nowadays have you have so many attachments that can make your gun a laser. There's just so much skill gap taken out of the weapons from back in the day. I know I sound old folksy, but look, gunfighters should not be allowed because hey, he didn't say RPGs. Yeah, you can't use rocket launchers, bunkers. Gunfighter is too OP because weapons. You can improve your weapon to where it outperforms and it takes away all of the drawbacks and negatives, cons of a weapon, and just allows all the pros. And it's just it doesn't do very good on weapon balancing. And also, and this is the most important thing I think in my opinion, it takes away the skill gap. It takes away the skill gap from somebody who maybe cannot control recoil or doesn't have years of experience controlling recoil as well as somebody else. So I feel like that's kind of been lost in COD, and I want to get that shit out of here, dude. Get Gunfighter out of here. It won the poll, so Gunfighter is banned. What we're going to be using instead, and that was determined by another poll that we did, is perk greed. But I'll get to the perk greed and how we got to that. I thought it would be a cool idea. Now look, it sounds cheesy, but I thought it'd be a cool idea to do. What if you're 1v1ing, I'm 1v1ing Kike, Creek 10, I'm 1v1ing Isaac, right? And all of a sudden, I pop Signal Lure. And I'm like, hey Isaac, I'm over here, dude. Like, come get me. And he comes at me and I kill him after revealing my position. I should get bonus points for that. So I thought that was a cool idea, so I played with it. I was like, hey guys, what do you think about this in the poll? And people did not like it. They shot it down. So that's okay. Like, I get it. So I was like, well, what do you guys think? Should we just use only the ammo? What is it called? The assault pack for ammo? Or should we use something else? And the majority, like, it was a clear winner. The majority said assault pack for ammo. So there's that. Okay. I thought, let's see here. I thought I'd ask what about any of the other wild cards, and no. So that comes back to this other vote we had. What perks should we allow? Can you allow whatever you want, or should there be specific perks you allow? And definitely use sleeper agent. Yeah. Oh yeah. In a 1v1, I wonder if he's on my team or not. Right? No, that's a terrible idea. So Bonkers with the fucking awesome suggestions. Look, I did a vote. What perks should be allowed? And here it is. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? What perks should be allowed? Here it is. Bam. Fast hands, quartermaster, ninja, scavenger, dexterity, assassin. I threw out all these perks, right? And there was a vote, and there were clear winners. A huge majority of the people voted fast hands, ninja, dexterity, and the next most votes was quartermaster, which is perfect because that actually, and here that brings me to this point. If you're watching my stream, I'm about to pull out an example loadout of a 1v1 class, and this should be the only 1v1 class you should be using. So if you want to use an AR or if you want to use an SMG, some of y'all think that I'm crazy for using SMG, but you know what, dude? I want to play aggressive. Like, I want someone to play aggressive with me. If I lose, I lose, man. Like, that's the way it should be. But if I'm gonna use
an, we're gonna do a 1 AR, 1 SMG.
Yes, we're gonna do 1 AR, 1 SMG. I don't know if it should be mandatory. That's something we can vote on. That's something that maybe we can do a vote on in the poll, or that's something that you guys can let me know in the comment section. Should we do so we're doing two 1v1 maps, 2 1v1s, right? And then one radar on, one radar off. Should we make it mandatory? 1 AR, 1 SMG? Y'all debate that. Let me know what y'all think. But here's an example class of the 1v1 class, okay? And I labeled it 1v1 class at the top so you guys know. 9mm pistol only. That's what we did. We voted on the poll as a clear winner. 9mm pistol only. As you can see on my weapon, no gunfighter. Instead, I'm using perk greed. And in perk 1, I got dexterity. Perk 2, fast hands. Perk 3 is by elimination, quartermaster. And in case you're like, what the hell's quartermaster? That's the one that gives you an extra stim and an extra freaking tomahawk. Combat axe. And then, of course, perk green, ninja. I don't want people sound whoring or sound EQing. I want it to be as competitive as it can be on awareness, not on how whether you're playing on PC or console. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. Stim shot and combat axe are the only lethals and tacticals you can use. Knife is the only melee you can use. And then, of course, once again, pistol, 9mm. Has to be the 9mm pistol. So this is an example of the 1v1 class, and that's how we determine the perks. In case anyone's asking what perks can I use, that answers that question. What else? What have I not gone over? I think I've gone over everything. What do you? Let's go. Let's revisit that question you asked, Kike. What do you think? Do you think one should be mandatory on each map, an AR and then an SMG?
Yeah, 'cause some people don't always play AR. It's not an AR player, and someone else is probably an SMG player, so balance it out.
So yeah, I don't know if anybody watched the Call of Duty pros play in the All Star League, but that's what they would do. They would do one mandatory AR, one mandatory SMG, and if there ever was a tiebreaker, they would tiebreak it with a sniper rifle. But we'll get into we're gonna have a quick scope tournament, so we'll get into that later, and that'll be another video on its own. But yeah, I like that idea. Make it mandatory. One AR, one SMG. So I mean, these are just because I like it doesn't mean set in stone, guys. But I mean, let me know what you guys think. Do you like it too? Because I kind of agree with Kike. Like it should be one pistol and one baseball bat. Shut up, bonkers. Your 1v1s are wild, bro. All right. I noticed Isaac joined in. Is there anything you wanted to add, or any questions about the 1v1 that don't seem very clear, Isaac, on the 1v1?
Nope. I'm down for whatever's.
All right. Um, that pretty much covers it. Kike, is there anything I missed? Is there anything that you're curious about? Is there anything that you'd like to say or add?
When starting the messages, are we
Oh,
tagging you in the messages,
damn.
or
Excellent. I can't believe I forgot that, dude. That's so important. So yeah, awesome point. Basically, guys, whenever we're messaging for our opponents, I'm gonna do a video on spin the opponents. You know what? You people that are probably not up to date on the videos, you need to go watch my older videos on the 1v1. Just look for the words 1v1. I did a random generator wheel on the names to see who your 1v1 opponents are. Okay? So your opponent's already set, guys. So you need to watch that video to see who your opponent is. When you're messaging your opponent, and one thing I did forget to mention is deadline. When you're messaging your opponent, you need to tag me in your message. That way, there's a moderator in there to settle any disputes or any disagreements, or clarify any questions. Um, Tag me in your group me message. So your opponent and me should get the message that you're saying, hey, I'm available Saturdays and Sundays, bro, when you want to do this. Okay? So you have to tag me. You have to, or it doesn't it doesn't count because what if he says no, he never messaged me? What if he says just tag me, guys? Okay. Deadline. I originally did a video. If you watch my older video, guys, I set a deadline. But dude, honestly, there were so many polls going on. There was so much confusion. There were so many things that needed to be covered. That was my goal. Like I wanted that to be my deadline. Obviously, there. And look, some deadlines are gonna have extensions, guys, and they're gonna be like, what is it called? Case by case. But right now, I'm making it a case because we're just kicking this off. There's an extension. Ignore that deadline I gave earlier. I think it was like the 15th or 17th or 18th, something like that. Ignore that. Okay? This new deadline, because all this information is coming at y'all at once, I'm probably going to make this deadline January 1st. What do y'all think? Is that too soon? I think that's enough time.
it is, but it's holidays.
So, I figured the holidays would make it.
Out of town.
So I figured, true. I figured that, okay, that's very true. So we can make it January 5th. The reason why I want to make it during the holidays is because more people are off. Look, I get it. People are traveling, which is a great point. And people are spending time with their family and their friends. However, I feel like it's the most time we're off and available. You know what I'm saying? So January 5th, does that sound good, or is that not enough time? What do you think, Kike? Isaac, thoughts?
I mean, I should be back by then. I'm yeah.
And look,
Sounds good.
January 5th, say it again?
This is a Sunday, so yeah, that fits perfect.
Okay, so January 5th, meaning that's the deadline to play. But like, let's say you're out of town, Isaac, and you're out of town until January 2nd. You can literally just message your opponent like today and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be out of town visiting family for the holidays. I'll be back January 2nd, and I'll be available, January 2nd or January 5th. Like, are you down?" Like that to me, that counts. Like, hey, you're trying. You know what I'm saying? So January 5th works. Let me know in the comment section if you don't think that can work. 1v1, can we reach out to our opponent any date or time? Can we? What's the earliest we can 1v1 our opponent? So today, wait, is today Friday?
At midnight, it's Friday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. I said I want to stick to what I said earlier, and that was 1v1 start this weekend. Let's stick to that. Let's stick to that tomorrow. Tomorrow is the earliest you can start your 1v1 if it's agreed upon. Tomorrow. So you can start messaging tomorrow. Start messaging tomorrow. Once again, you got to tag me in it, and it says, so for our 1v1, can we reach our opponent any day or time? No. Let's try to keep it reasonable so it's not blowing someone up. I know some of y'all message a lot and spam messages. I'm not gonna mention any names, but I mean, you might be spamming my YouTube comments right now. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking about you. No, I'm just joking. But I want you to message your opponent at a reasonable time, guys. Okay, so we're not doing it at an unreasonable time. So it's remember, this is for fun, guys. This is not supposed to like be something stressful, be something annoying. It's out of my pocket. It's out of my money. I want to do a tournament. Look, this in case y'all don't know, dude. My goal is to run a tournament and like $10,000 crap prize pool. I wanna have money like that. I wanna have fun like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is out of my pocket. 500. If we can get it to 600, that'd be great. $600 cash prize pool would be awesome. But right now it's gonna be a $500 cash prize pool out of my pocket on across all tournaments. So it should be fun, guys. This should be fun and like bragging rights. But I mean, it shouldn't be. It doesn't need to be stressful. But so don't be like messaging your opponent at an inconvenient time. Thursday. Today's Thursday. Okay. At Doc, can we 1v1 on AW? Look. Advanced Warfare. Yeah, we'll have another video about that game. But the answers to your question is no. Any other questions? Any other comments? I think. Thank you for mentioning that, Kike, because damn, dude, I forgot to mention deadlines. So January 5th is the deadline. Is anybody, Isaac, or is anybody in the comment section, or Creek? Anybody have anything to mention or questions, suggestions? No.
Nope.
All right. All right, I'm gonna end this video, guys. If you have any questions, concerns, hit me up with the group me, hit me up on PlayStation, hit me up via text, Activision, whatever. But just know, if you have any questions, suggestions, concerns, let me know. All right. All right. Peace.